Welcome to American Whiskey. As always, I'm your favorite host in the whole entire world, Big Sturge. We don't have a lot of people to introduce tonight because nobody's here other than Justice League. Levi's over there, somewhere on the yonder. You can put your camera up and say hi.
What's up?
He's so slow. This might be the slowest person I know. Tonight we're going to be talking about the one and only Larkin. He's got a big birthday coming up, number 5. Number 5. We love the boy. We love his family. Great people. So tonight, that's what we're going to be sipping on and talking about. So grab a beer, grab a drink, grab whatever it is you're sipping on. Sit back and just, I know it's a Tuesday, but let's relax. Let's have a good night. Guys, we love you. We appreciate you. And we are glad you're with us tonight. It's like it's Levi's first time ever over there.
You want the volume up for you?
Yeah.
I got it here.
Yeah.
I forgot you switched.
Yeah, there it is. Oh, way too much. Wow. Yeah, we were a little busy in the studio tonight. We're a little bit late because we have technical difficulties with the camera. That's why you can see us a lot better now. I guess the technical difficulty created for a good picture.
Well, I blame us because when we set it up, we made it so we weren't going to move it.
We did. And then you were like, oh, it's fine. And I'm like, no, let's try to, because can we blame Levi and just leave it at that?
Yeah, it's Levi's fault.
It's crooked.
Whoa, that's
it's
not
not
cool.
level. It's crooked. You can put a camera on yourself, buddy.
Well, I'm trying to fix things over here.
Well,
There's
Sturge,
nothing to fix.
We got everything going
Sturge,
on
while he's
here,
trying to figure that out, what are you sipping on?
I literally need to go get my blood pressure checked. I'm going to be sipping on Burned Out Winery's wine. It's over.
Hey, Levi, those freezer beers are probably good.
Why does that camera look so bad?
over here?
Is it clearing
It's
up?
like it's trying to focus.
Okay. Where's the wine at? I'm going to be sipping on.
It's all right.
Where's it at? I just had it. Where's the wine that Steph bought me? That's not it. What's that?
That's been sitting there. That's AAW.
Levi, where's my bottle of wine that was brought down here for me?
It's right here.
Yeah. So right now I'm sipping on a Coke Zero in very old Barton, which is a bottle that I got Dylan hipped on a while back.
And I found it for $20.
That's how much it is. That's how much a handle of it is. I think it's like a gallon, right?
1.75.
1.75 for $20, and it's solid. Like if you want to drink this over some rocks, you could. If you want to mix it, you're not ashamed. You can drink it however the hell you want, and it's good.
Right.
And I'm going to be sipping on the one and only Vermentino wine, which is Burned Out Winery. It's one of my favorite wines that they made, except for American whiskeys.
And then what else you got there?
Bush Apple. Bush Apple.
You can never go wrong with a good Bush apple. But I'm also sipping on Coke and very.
Hey, can you put that piece of paper back up there, see if it'll stay? Because that piece is. What's up, Pat? What's up, Jason? Yeah, we're having technical difficulty. This camera's driving me nuts. It's only a $3,000 camera. That reminds me of a fucking turd coming out of a raccoon's ass, but whatever.
So, Sturge, after we talk about what we have on there, I also have a different topic that I want to surprise you with.
Okay. What?
I said after we talk about the main topic.
Yeah, of course.
I have something else I want to bring up after.
Sorry. Yeah. So we are. Let me pull up the stuff here. But Friday is a big day. We've been talking about it for a couple weeks now. So Larkin is turning 5, and we thought it'd be cool if we always come together for moonshine and all these really cool things, but in our eyes at American Whiskey, there's literally nothing better than supporting. Just put something in there that'll wedge it in there, buddy. There's nothing better than supporting something serious. I mean, at the end of the day, Larkin has leukemia. He's been battling leukemia. I mean, since he had just found out right about Farm to Bottle.
The first Farm to Bottle. No,
the second.
Second.
The second Farm to Bottle. And, that was right when it started. Now, he is still in the middle of this. He's fighting leukemia as we speak. His 5th birthday is May 11th. They're doing a drive-by on May 9th at 6 o'clock at the old Kenton Ridge parking lot on Middle Urbana Road. I'm sure you're not going to miss it because there's going to be a ton of people there, hopefully.
Oh yeah.
And that's what it's all about, guys, is supporting things like this beyond alcohol, beyond anything. That is that matters the most. So if you guys get a chance, we're going to share the link for where you can go on Amazon. If you really want to, you feel led, you can get him a gift. There was like an Amazon wish list, kind of like a wish list. It's fine, Levi. There's like a wish list on Amazon. We're going to find the link and put it below. So if you feel led to get him something or a card, or if you want to, you can send it to us, or we'll meet you somewhere. But let's try to make it unforgettable. Something that sticks with him forever. We just saw something really cool today, actually, a Major League Baseball player. Do you want to share that? You're the one that brought it to my attention.
It was Bobby Witt for the Kansas City Royals. Actually shouted out Larkin. Bobby Witt's no slouch. He's number 2 in the MVP race right now. It was a heartfelt message from him and the organization.
Yeah, I love it.
Really cool.
It was really neat. And I think it was his favorite player, correct?
Yep.
It's Larkin's favorite baseball player. So just to have somebody take the time out of their day, and we know that some of those guys most of those guys are so busy. I mean, they're playing 162 games a year, plus the playoffs and spring training and training. And just to know that little boy from little town in Springfield, Ohio, a little suburb here, gets the attention that he deserves.
Levi, we removed that comment. Apparently the whole thing didn't work.
So again, this is going to be at 6 o'clock, Middle Urbana Road at Kenton Ridge High School, the old Kenton Ridge. Now, if you go to the new Kenton Ridge, all you're going to have to do is just drive through the parking lot and you'll see where this is going on. My goal is just to see how many people can, from our community here, can make this happen. I think, this is what it's all about. So, Levi,
will you pin that?
We're working on trying to get this pin. There we go. So that link right there is the registry for Larkin, some of his wants. And that's what it's all about. When you're 4 years old, you're diagnosed. I think he was 4 at the time. Trying to think, would he have been 4?
Yeah.
He's been okay. So about 4 years old. And what are you supposed to be doing at 4 years old?
Having the time of your life, playing, seeing your friends,
running around, and playing fucking baseball, playing fucking football, doing shit that 4-year-olds do, driving mom and dad crazy, or fighting with your brother or sister, pissing on the toilet seat, eating all the food in the kitchen,
having your mom and dad say, "Why are you guys inside?"
Well, right, that's what it's all about. And he's limited. So his childhood at the point of growth and the point of where it's supposed to be carefree, right? You're learning. Well, he's in and out of hospital. He's in a strict, everything's strict at this point. I'm sure food's strict. Who he can be around strict, because when you're going through can you grab the garage light, please, and ask whoever turned it on to not turn it on again? Thank you, buddy. If Jason's listening, he's probably laughing about the garage light because that's been notorious for 4 years now.
He said he has a glass of nurse in his hand now.
Did he? Perfect. So, we hope, and mostly even more than hope, we pray daily for Larkin and his family, his friends. You look at he's got siblings, he's a grandchild, he's a friend. I mean, there's so many things that this boy is missing out on right now. So I think if we can just do our part and show up here, wear that American Whiskey shirt, throw Larkin's name on it, or wear whatever Still Talking shirt, throw Larkin's name on it, wear Burned Out Winery gear, just show and represent where we're from. So that way the community knows that we're here when it matters the most, right? If there's a big moonshine festival, everyone shows up, right? It could be anything like that. A distillery opens up, we're flooding the gates. We're doing everything we can to flood our community. And I'm telling you this today. Larkin and his family is part of this community. They are part of this community. And I can't stress that enough. So let's see what we can do. We're going to tag a bunch of people tonight. I know, Jason, you're on here, but we're going to tag a bunch of people tonight. And we're going to blow this thing apart. Maybe we'll go to like O'Connor's or something afterwards. If you come to town, want to have a drink, let us know afterwards. Friday. We'll meet Tina, the owner over at O'Connor's. We're pretty cool with her. I'm sure she'd love to have us all come out there. Maybe we'll say something. Maybe we'll mention to her. But yeah, so do you have anything else about this that you want to add from your heart?
Other than we've had a couple episodes and the moonshine communities rallied around it. I just showed you, someone sent me a message the other day of sending something off the wish list.
Yeah.
We have people saying they're sending shirts. Just a great community for a great cause. And it's unbelievable.
It's what it's all about, right? I mean, this is, at the end of the day, it's what we're here for. Like I always talk about, when we first got together at our first meeting, right? We weren't even, I wouldn't say we weren't friends, but I would say we didn't know each other very well.
Right.
And when we did that meeting and I asked you, our personalities definitely clicked. I wanted to know if you want to be on this podcast. It was like, we can't be filtered and I want to do good things.
Yep.
And that was like the biggest two things that you brought up, which aligned perfectly on the view of American whiskey. So,
well, at first you were like, I don't know about the unfiltered.
Yeah.
And you thought about it, you're like, fuck it.
We filtered ourselves a little bit over the
except for
years,
the fuck Zuckerberg.
The fuck Zuckerbergs and when it's needed, but we have tried to tune in a little bit.
Right.
We're trying to tune it up a little bit for you guys. But I feel like a lot of our episodes, the shit shows, are always the ones that get the most, But no, as you guys can tell, we're not interviewing anyone today. We took the week off because we wanted to talk about Larkin's get together. And if anybody has questions about Larkin's drive by for his birthday, again, if you're tuning in, I see a couple new people coming in tonight. Larkin's turning 5 years old, leukemia. It's holding him back. It's not holding him back, but it's holding what he should be doing at his age. Right. A big birthday party at a bowling alley or trampoline park, whatever you do on a little kid's birthday. 100%. He's not able to do it. So what I'm asking of you guys, what we are asking as a team, is if you have a chance to stop out at Old Kenton Ridge High School on Middle Urbana Road at 6:00, was it 6, right? Deck out your car. If you can't deck it out, let us know. We'll come deck your car out.
Look, I'm willing to bet if you roll up at 7:30, there's still going to be a line.
I would think so. Your dog's going crazy.
Steph's home.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Dylan's dog does think my wife is her mother.
Yeah, that's true.
So technically, I don't know how to take that. I don't know how I
mean,
feel about
you
that.
are the one that got it to happen.
I know, and I was like, am I like the stepdad? And then I just realized I was just like the second cousin. I was like pretty much nothing.
What's funny about it is she loved Anthony before anything. And then she met Steph and was like, oh, that's my person.
And it took Steph, because Steph doesn't love like, a lot of, hey, Chris, you want to hop on tonight? Try to text your brother. We have nobody on. So, Michaela, what the fuck?
She's just now about to get off work.
Okay. Well, Michaela, if you're listening, you're always welcome on here too.
Well,
she did want to get on the other interview, but there was like so many people on it. And I was like, God, I felt bad about that. What was I going to say? Yeah, Chris Salmons, if you want to get on here. John Bentz is working. But I know, I want to add this too. We, at the last minute, decided, I think it was Peanut and I just went to the auction, right? The auction at John's place in Middleport. And it was so huge that we ended up, that was when Frey Knott made the still. And we raffled that off, 3 times in one night? Shit was wild. So it's like, I know we pull up. This community pulls up, man. And I think it's, I'm going to get a hold of Rich Regal, too. Tag Rich Regal on here. Can we tag
I wonder
Rich?
if we can get Rich on here.
He's probably that dude's a busy man. I don't want to last second that guy.
Well,
I don't want to last second Rich.
so Sturge, we had something planned for tonight.
We did?
John and I.
Seriously?
It sucks that he wasn't able to be here, but he wanted me to go on with it, but I wanted to get Larkin's information out first. So we're going to steal this for a second. Levi and I are going to take over, and we want to talk to Big Sturge, the artist, about everything you have going on, the new stuff you have going, and how you got here.
What are you talking about?
We're turning this on you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
What is that? Has nothing. This episode has nothing to do with me.
Now it does.
We want to talk about Big Sturge, the artist.
What did John have to do with this?
We planned this the whole time.
Yep.
Look, your wife's in here.
I don't want to do this.
It doesn't matter. You're going to do it.
I don't understand. What do you want to know?
We're going to start from the beginning like we do with everybody else. How'd you get started singing?
Well,
Wait, are you interviewing me on this?
no, it's not an
podcast?
interview.
It's
It's a
not an interview. It's
conversation.
a hangout. We want to know your story on how you got singing and how you got to where you made Ohio Moonshine.
Well, dude, you gotta let me know. before
No, I
we do
don't.
Shit like this.
This
Yes, you
is the
do.
second time I caught you off guard.
So you want me to start from like the beginning?
Yep. How'd you get started playing?
Like when I was little?
Yeah. What got you into the love of music?
God. So when I was little, before I was adopted, I fell in love with George Strait, like George Strait's music. And all through my life up until 10 years old, all I wanted to listen to was George Strait. And when I was in foster care, I had a foster mom, and she was probably in her 70s at the time. She was older. Her favorite song was Carrying Your Love With Me
Yep.
by George Strait. Carrying your love with
Love
me.
that song.
West Virginia down to Tennessee. Well, I love that song, and we listened to it all the time. And I have this memory of we got taken away from her because she was pretty old, and we had people that wanted to adopt us, which are our parents now. It's a great story. But when we were leaving there, we had. Do you remember Kiss Country?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so they're like,
KISS.
yeah, and we were leaving, and that song came on, and I was pretty upset at the time because I was like 10 years old, and at that moment, I'm thinking to myself, like, what do I have to do to be the person that's singing through the radio? That's
Right.
what I wanted to know. I had been to a couple like rodeos, I guess, because they were like big into like bull rodeos, and there would be people that would like sing there or whatever. Like after the show, there'd be a concert or something. So I was always like super interested on those people. I was like, the fact that they're writing this songs, because she used to tell me like George Strait wrote this song. I don't know that he actually did or if he had writers, but a lot of these artists write their music and
Right.
write this. And even as a little kid, I was just so intrigued by that. So by the time I get adopted, I start like journaling. Once I learned, so I was like 10 years old, didn't know how to read or write. So I get put in special ed until I caught up with myself, like until I caught up to my grade. And once I started to be able to read and write, I'd start like journaling. And so I had a counselor one time, like reading my journal, and she's like, this is like pretty poetic. Like you're writing like music or poetry. And so, I was like, damn, like, I'm writing music, I'm
Right.
writing songs.
It made you feel a passion for something.
So in 7th grade, all I wanted for my birthday was a guitar. My dad's like, you can't get a guitar. You can't get a guitar. Like you do it like you do everything else. You're going to want to learn it. And then, you're just going to forget about like everyone else does. For the first 6 months, I'm like, before my birthday, I'm like, Dad, I want a guitar. So he takes me to a guitar store. He's like, "You're not getting one, but I'll let you look at them." And we went to Guitar Attention Center off of Limestone, Springfield, Ohio. This older guy.
That's
that
not
owned
there
it.
anymore, right?
It's gone. There was this guitar, and like when I walked through the door, it like kind of yelled my name.
I mean, it's like I feel like that's anything you have a passion with. When you see something, it resonates to you.
And it did. And it was a red Washburn X Series electric guitar. My dad's like, "You need to like get an acoustic if you want to play." And I was like, "Well, I didn't think I was getting one." He's like, "You're not." So I pull out this guitar. I think his name was Tim, or I can't remember the owner's name. Hooks it up to an amp, and I don't know what to do. You know, a couple months later, I get this big box, a big old box, and it was like in a basketball hoop box.
So, in other words, your dad bamboozled you.
Yeah,
But
and so
now
I'm
you
at my
understand being a
grandparents.
dad.
Yeah, I do.
Like, you're not getting it.
Yeah, so
And then
I'm
you go to the store later that day and get it.
well, so I'm like disappointed, but I'm playing like, "Oh, sweet, I got a fucking basketball hoop." What, you know? My dad's like, "That's one of the good ones. Open it up, show everybody." I'm like, "It's a fucking basketball hoop. What do I need to show
You're
them
like,
for?"
"Thanks, Dad."
So I open it up, and it's a Washburn. Well, actually, it was a case with a guitar in it. I like rip it out, and I think I like choked up, dude. I was so ecstatic.
Did
Like,
you freeze up before you could open the case?
no, I just like ripped it out of it, dude. And I pop it open. It's that. My dad said, "I want you to know this. That's the same one that you picked up that day. That same Washburn." So it was at that moment. Then I went home, and then they didn't buy me an amplifier. They bought me like an ear amplifier because my dad didn't want to hear me play it. So you plugged it in, but it was like headphones. It was like those big headphones. And so for the first year, they tried to put me in lessons, and like the two guys that they tried to put me in lessons with was like, "This kid doesn't listen." It just didn't work out. And I was like, "You know what? Fuck it then. I'll teach myself."
You did what you wanted to do.
I did. So this whole time I'm like still kind of like writing music and stuff. So I learned like 3 chords the first 3 years that I played guitar. Then my sophomore year in high school, one of my brother's best friends, Justin Marlin, you know him, great guy. He's like, "Let's start a band." So I take all these lyrics out and we put them on this table downstairs at his parents' house. He's like, "What is this?" I was like, "Dude, it's songs I wrote. This is the music that I wrote." And he's like, "All right, how's it go?" I'm like, "I don't fucking know."
You just wrote down what you felt at the time.
Yeah. So this is how I started to learn. Was I just started playing those simple chords, and then I'd want to learn more. And then I would be up late and getting in trouble because I'm like trying to play my Washburn very quietly. But then my sophomore year in high school, my dad bought me an acoustic guitar. And that's when the love started for me. I get this acoustic guitar. I hear how beautiful it sounds. It was also a Washburn because that's all I wanted were Washburns. And so that's when I started to feel the love of playing, because I was like, man, I think in my eyes, acoustic guitars sound so beautiful, right? They're just, you play an electric, think of rock and roll or jazz or whatever, but an acoustic it's so bright and beautiful sounding. And I immediately fell in love. And that's when my love for music really hit. And so I started doing something on a 6-string guitar that not a lot of people liked then, but I would write raps.
Yeah.
And every girlfriend I had, or every girl I liked, dude,
They were like, "Damn."
no, dude, they were not ever like, "Damn." I'm like, "I wrote you a song, baby." And they're like, "Did you write that for anyone else?" I'm like, "Hell no." But I've been saying that song for like 9 girls, you know what I'm saying? But then as I got older, I got through college. I was in a band in college, and we did a lot of cool shows. I was at the same venue as Struggle Jennings one time. Met him. He was super cool. We opened up for a couple signed bands, which means nothing at all. But then it did.
But,
right? Not
like
right.
at that point, you guys thought, we're making it.
That'd be
somewhere.
like Joe Rogan calling us and be like, that's how we'd feel now. Like, we wouldn't give a fuck what, whoever calls us, but Joe Rogan wants us on.
Hell yeah.
That's the best podcast in the world, right? We're so fucking ecstatic. So we had this show one time in Washington Courthouse at this little coffee shop. And they did live shows there. And it was our first live show. And we were like, "Oh no, that's far away. We don't have a lot of gas. We're in college." And they were like, "Well, there's this professional band." I was like, "What does that mean?" They're like, "They're signed by a label." I'm like, fuck yeah, we're going. 2 people showed up. And then we find out they got booed out by the Tennessee NHL team. Like they tried to play the halftime show and just got booed off the ice. And they weren't good at all, but they loved music.
And sometimes that's all that matters.
And we were so bad. Our band was so bad. Like, but I loved it. So then I start dating Steph. There's I had a couple people along the way that really supported my music. But I always wanted to write like George Strait, or then when I was in high school, I listened to like Bayside, Hawthorne Heights. So I try to be emo. So I created all these, was it personas? Personas?
Yeah, like you had different genres.
Levi, we were sitting down here the other day and I played you like 6 different genres. He was like, damn, you can sing emo really well. I'm like,
but it's crazy because it was the same lyrics.
It was the same lyrics, but I did it different styles. And so, you know, I guess like I tried to and then, you know, at one point I'm like, I just want to figure out what it is I am. Like I can do country, I can do this, or at least I can play it. I don't know if I'm good at it, but I want to find myself. And what do I love to do? I love to sing a song 10 different times every time I sing it because I feel differently every time I sing it. So there might be sometimes I'm down here today. Levi literally is tearing up on the song that him and I wrote together. I played it good one time. That was it. And then tonight comes and he's like, I just teared up. That's the way we got to fucking play it. I had to record it so I don't forget it but tomorrow I could go to play it and it's different. And that's what I love about it. It's like painting a picture and showing somebody. You paint a picture and somebody like, well, this is what I think it is. Okay, what do you think? You can ask 10 different people, but ask the painter. Ask the painter what it means.
Right.
And it's going to be completely different than all 10 people that are saying what it is.
But
right?
I think that's what's amazing about music is everyone can have their own takeaway on it.
Yeah. And I'm thinking like Levi, I've never let anybody write a song with me. Ever. Levi's the only person in this world that I've sat down with. He was intrigued by it. So he helped me. What about this? What about this? I would venture to say if this song ever gets put out on iTunes or whatever, his name would be written. It would be written by Anthony Sturgeon and Levi Denson.
That's awesome.
Can you go grab the garage light, please, and ask him once again to stop turning it on? It backfeeds the headphones so bad. But what I will say this though, when I met Stephanie and I started dating her, for me, like that's when music came alive for me. Because I had always written about things that hurt me all the time.
Right.
And I don't mean to get choked up, but so all my life of writing music, I wrote about always being super sad or like depressed. And it wasn't until I fell in love with Stephanie and I felt her fall in love with me was the moment that my whole music, I wouldn't even call it a career, dude. I got a couple songs on iTunes and Spotify that a couple 100,000 people have downloaded. That's it. But to me, it doesn't matter because I never forget Dougie Fresh, man, coming in through this front door. And he's like, I was like, what'd you do today? And I just had released Cheap Whiskey. So I mow the grass for 4 hours. Like, how big's your yard? He's like, not very big. It takes 15 minutes. Like, why'd you mow for 4 hours? He's like, because I kept listening to Cheap Whiskey. And I was like, damn, dude, like that means so much to me. And I can write music all the time. And I sit down and I think, Levi's like, what's this song about, Stephanie? What's this song about, Stephanie? So now I just write music and it, you know, I am honestly obsessed with her. I'm so infatuated with her that sorry about the noise. That's my kids upstairs.
But I think that you go deeper than that sometimes. I heard you make a song for Ryan.
So, I can play it, I think. Actually, no, I won't. But yeah, I'll play one before we're done. It's called Gone Fishing.
Yeah.
And that song came super easy for me. And I, to be honest with you,
there's your boy right there.
Thanks, bro. that's what it's all about. Like, I don't give a fuck if anyone downloads my music. I don't really like, but it's the ones that do that matter to me. Like it's the ones, John Bentz calls me yesterday. It's like, dude, I listened to your new song. It's really good. I was like, man, thanks. He's like, you killed it, but nothing beats cheap whiskey. And that's a moonshiner.
Well, I want to take it back to Beattiesville.
Oh,
I don't even want to talk about where I forced you up on stage and you had everyone up there singing with you. What about that little kid?
man.
Talk about that.
So
that's what matters.
So Sean Rigsby gets a hold of us, and he's like, dude, I'm going to be going down to Beattiesville. Why don't you set up with us? And I was like, man, I don't know. Dylan's like, we're going. I was like, okay. So we go down there, and we're there, I think, for one day, and then we set up the very next day.
Yeah, we stayed down there the night before, set up the one day, and then slept and drove home.
Okay, so it was the one day of the festival, but it was like midday. This guy and his dad walked by like 10
200
times.
degrees, by the way.
Yeah, it's like super. They have like misting machines. It's so hot. And Dylan's like, hey, Levi, any chance you can go figure out what all that noise is, please?
Yeah,
just let them know
I
it's super duper loud. So Dylan's like, that kid and the dad are just walking by.
And they just kept
1,000 times staring at me. And I'm like, at one point I go like, I look at the dad, I'm like, hey, you guys looking for something? And the dad's like, go ahead and ask him. And he's like, are you Big Sturge? And I'm like, what? Yeah. I was like, yeah. And he's like, you do Ohio Moonshine. And I was like, wow. Are you from like Springfield or something? Where are they from, dude?
They were from Kentucky or Tennessee.
They were from the South. Like, they were like, oh, we know
they were
nobody
local
there
around there.
And I literally just like, I didn't know what to do. I was so.
I can tell you exactly what he did. He stood up, the biggest grin on his face, and he starts grabbing every little piece of merch he can find, giving it to this kid.
I did.
And the thing that stuck out to me, which he didn't understand at first, but then afterwards he's like, I see why you did it. The kid asked for an autograph. So Sturge autographs it.
And I handed it to him.
And he went to hand it to me. I was like, no, this is your spotlight.
Yeah.
I was like, this kid's here because of you. This isn't because of American whiskey. He's here because of Big Sturge. And I'll tell you what, when Sturge got up on the stage, surprisingly to him, what do you see? That kid was in the background wearing the hat singing
the shit out of it, dude. And that was, it's making me tear up right now. When you write music and stuff, you write it thinking nobody will ever hear it, right? You don't, at least in my opinion, you don't write music and stuff for other people. You write it and you sing it to your friends or who you wrote it for. And, but you don't really sit there and think to yourself, like, here's how I can put it. Putting your music out for somebody or putting it out on platforms is like opening up your brain or your journal or to your personal stuff and letting the whole world see it. So when I wrote, Ohio Moonshine, people were so confused, right? Because a lot of people that know me had no fucking clue.
Right.
About me and the love that I have for the moonshine community, specifically in Ohio. Like I love all you guys, but I had a specific love for Ohio moonshiners. And, Big Easy, Jason Kendall, Matt Lee Master, John Bentz, I can go on and on, Sean Rigsby, Doug Taylor, all these really good people. And so I wrote this song one time and I sent it to Sean Rigsby. He's like, dude, that's fucking amazing. Well, a lot of people don't like it because they don't understand it.
Right.
But, when I get videos of Sean Rigsby riding his motorcycle, listening to Ohio Moonshine, killing the hills of fucking Southern Ohio, just listening to it. Or, okay, what about Wes?
I was about to say,
Wes and his family.
Wes and his family. Wes, every time he sees you, he's like, what's up, Big Sturge, Ohio Moonshine?
Yeah, every time, hey, Big Sturge, Ohio Moonshine. I'm just, every time, dude, it chokes me the fuck up. So, and then when I released Cheap Whiskey, that was the most downloaded song so far. It's the most downloaded song, and it resonates with me that people are listening to it, and I can't help but wonder why they like it. You know, what about that song gets to them?
Right.
And you know, the facts that I can write something and somebody else can feel it, but maybe they feel it because of another reason. Why do I love Cheap Whiskey? Because, you know, I wrote Cheap Whiskey because I'm singing it from the fact that alcohol used to be a demon for me. It used to be something that I used to drink alcohol to hide everything else that went on in my past, right? But then I met Stephanie and she became my alcohol. And I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but she came that rock that I needed. I'd go back and I wouldn't have to drink to feel better. I could just look at her, love her, kiss her, cuddle her, do what does that make sense? I didn't have to go drink now. And that's what that song meant to me. But maybe Doug Ketterman listens to that song for a different reason. So
Right.
You can paint your own picture with music. And I don't know what else to say about my music, but you know, that's to me is what it's all about. It's just to write and be any artist out there that's willing to put their music out there. You're opening up a spot inside you that's so hard. It's so fucking hard. Like, I don't know if everyone's going to like my voice. Uncle Joey told me one time I was no Chris Stapleton. Joking aside, he did say that, and it kind of did hurt my feelings, right? You know, that might have been a joke or just teasing or whatever, but it did hurt my feelings. My brothers told me countless times. Then I'll send him songs left and right, and he's like,
Right.
not good, not good, not good, not good. But then there's 2 songs, Cheap Whiskey and the one I wrote the other night. He's like, dude, that's actually good. And you know, I don't know, man. Music is. Why do I love? I mean, I love to write, and I love it because it saved me. It saved my
Right.
life, dude. Like when you can, I guess when you can say something saved your life, how do you not love it? How do you not want to do it every day?
Right. And you know, I do love my country music and everything, but I would say outside of that, I'm not a huge music guy like you are. But it teared me up when we were at Bence's for the release. And what did we catch on camera?
Mm-hmm.
When you started singing it, who wanted to be on that mic with you?
Yeah, my son.
And he sang every single word with you.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that tell you about what you're doing?
Fuck you. You know, that's what it's about.
You're leaving everlasting memories with your children.
And you know, I didn't fart. That was the chair. That was actually the chair. I can do it again. It was on the. But listen, so I'll never forget Ryan coming over to me. It's happened with 2 of the kids. Ryan came up to me and said, "Dad, my best friend listens to your songs." And I was like, "There's no way." And then the parent was like, "Yeah, sometimes we'll hear." Dude, my kids are at school telling their friends. I'll take that.
But that is what happens when something gets shared like this. Curiosity goes. Ryan probably goes to school like my dad's a musician.
He just said, "Oh my god, dude, you're gonna make me cry."
Am I wrong though?
Okay, so
Go ahead, buddy.
So Kendall comes home the other day, and she's kind of pissed off. And I was like, "What's going on?" She's like, "Dad, we're doing like famous people in Ohio. They had to be from Ohio." And I was like, "All right." She's like, "Do you know any?" And I started naming off some politicians, like, you know, and famous people. And she's like, "Guess who I picked?" And I was like, "Who?" She's like, "Guess." It's like Neil Armstrong, or not Neil, or John Glenn, or whatever, one of the astronauts. And she's like, "No, silly." And I was like, "Who?" She said, "I picked you." And I was like, "What?"
How bad that choke you up?
It didn't choke me up because I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And she's like, Dad, I told her, have you ever heard of American Whiskey or Big Sturge on YouTube? And she's like, no. And I was like, Kendall, people don't know who I am. She's like, no, that's who I want to do it on. And it made me mad because she said I couldn't. Her and her friends wanted to do it on me. And so I didn't think nothing of it really. And then that night after our podcast, I started thinking about it. I'm like, dude, if I died tomorrow, say I died in my sleep tonight, if I didn't wake up tomorrow, I'm leaving some type of legacy in their minds.
Well,
where they think that if I die tomorrow, they'll know that their dad chased every fucking dream that he had. And I'm doing it right now. I'm chasing a dream. I mean, actually, I am living the dream, right?
Right.
But people, for the longest time as a music artist, I thought making it means it's on the radio, or making it means I got millions of downloads. And then I realized when I'm at Beattiesville, Kentucky, that's not what it means. It means that little boy that keeps passing 1,000 times, that's nervous to talk to you, who's playing and listening to your music every day. It's all about that. It's all about your daughter going to school and arguing with her teacher the fact that she wants to do her project over me.
Well, it's a little more than that too.
The wine opener over here.
You told me it's up there on the shirt, I believe. You told me about Ryan and his friends. They already have it set up on who's who and who's taking whose place on the podcast.
Yeah, it's amazing. So my son Ryan is 9 years old. Him and his buddies know about the podcast. Hopefully they don't listen to every episode, but they definitely listen to some of them. And they have all this designated themselves for each position of our, like, I don't know how to explain it.
Everyone
who's
has
the Dylan?
their role.
Who's me? Who's Dylan? Who's Dougie? Who's Levi? Who's doing the So like it's crazy because they look at all of this and it's so serious in their minds. Me writing music and the fact that I'm on Apple Music and Spotify is huge to them because they listen to, like, Brian told me one time, he's like, what Levi, what's up, buddy?
I'm good.
All you gotta do is say, hey,
So Serge, I want to do this real quick. Look, we got Jason in here. So, Jason, what does Ohio moonshine and American whiskey and what Sturgis brought mean to you?
Why are we doing this tonight?
Hold on.
Jason can tell you why we're doing this tonight. He can answer that for you.
Well, I mean, it goes back to early on. I kind of joined in. We were kind of a bourbon podcast, and we did some reviews, and we kind of got hooked up with the community, man. And we all had gotten a taste for moonshine a little bit anyway, all of us. And then we kind of got hooked in with the community. And Sturge has a big heart. Dylan's got a big heart. I had, the original group, we were all a good core of just human beings. And you got intertwined with this group of like-minded individuals. And it wasn't just from Ohio. They're from all over: Tennessee, Kentucky, Texas, out west. I mean, the list of where these shiners come from is crazy. Australia. But these are big-hearted people, man, and they will give anything they can at any given time at the drop of a hat. And I've seen it several times. There have been several major things go on, and these guys are just willing to do whatever. But, you talk about the Ohio group in general. I feel a personal relationship to all of them, probably because, everyone talks shit about Ohio. Tennessee's where the best shine. Man, I think if you really look back into history, I think a lot of moonshine used to come out of Ohio. And I hear these stories. We've interviewed some guys on here that have family, deep-rooted history in Ohio that were running shine. So it's just a community, a big-hearted community that will do anything they can, whether it's help or advice or just a bullshit, man. I mean, these guys will just shoot the shit whenever and answer questions and help you out with anything you need. So it's just a community of great people. And it really seems like it keeps growing. And then Sturge wrote this song, and I think everybody knows that's heard this song, you can hear it in the words. Hold on, my dogs are acting a fool. You can hear it in the words, man.
We sure are dogs. Mine are kids.
he's got a deep love for this community, man. He really does, and he pours it out into every song that he writes, and I think you can hear it. And Ohio Moonshine is a song that he wrote because of, I think, how he feels about that community, and he wants other people to know that we're not just a small group of people that are making shine. We're more of a group that will help the world if need be. Not so much the world, but the country. Anybody across the country that needs help. You know, if you're in the shine community, not out of the shine community, if you're a friend of a shiner and you need some help, they will help you.
That's
So
what it's all
just
about.
a good core of people, man, and what it's all about. There's a lot of ball busting. There's a lot of laughing, and you know, sometimes there's some
On
heated.
one
You
side.
know, I know in the other group there's a little turmoil in that. I mean, grown men, we can be children sometimes, man. But at the end of the day, we all have big hearts and we all try to do the right thing. Most of us, fuck you, John Miller. But for the most part,
You had to throw that in there.
Of course.
I mean, for the most part, everybody is good people, man.
But
You know,
everywhere there's always bad apples and everything. So
yeah, there's
you know.
douchebags along the way, but that's in life in general, man. You'll have that everywhere. But
I think you asked like a question earlier, like when you asked me like what it was all about. There is something about me. I mean, Jason will tell you, Levi will tell you, Dylan, you'll tell me, or Mike will tell you. You know, when I write music, there's something that you have to do that sometimes it comes out of fault for me. And I do wear my heart on my sleeve. I've done it all my life. I don't know if it's my past. I don't know. But there's something that when I give something my all, when I married my wife, I just didn't say like, through the best, the worst, right?
right.
I sat up there and I'm like, I don't give a fuck what it is. I need you to know I fucking love you. I'm giving it all I got. And whatever it is, we're going to try. Very first thing we're going to do is try to fix it. We're going to try to love each other forever. So it's the same thing for me when I write music. So it's like, or if building this podcast or building, I mean, Jason Kendall and I aren't even technically family. I married his cousin, but we grew quick. We grew quick because I wear my heart on my sleeve. Like,
there's the bond. There's the bond of we're like-minded. Everybody has that same direction, man.
You know, hey, can I borrow your truck? Yeah. Like, you know, we're all, hey, can we do like, let's do it was, I would say, once we got to know each other, it was just like that. He comes over for a birthday party. We're sneaking down here 6 times for shots. Like, it's just what we do. But, you know, I am at fault at sometimes, you know, we love still talking. I know it seems like we had beef there for a minute. We probably did on my end because I'm offended by a lot of things. It is who I am. I will tell you this. I'll never change, right? I'll never change who I am. Because I wear my heart on my sleeve. I love you guys. And I apologize for wearing my heart on my sleeve, but I don't at the same time. So when it comes to music, I'm writing, you know, this song was specifically written for specific people, right? I mean, like, let's be honest. I wrote a love letter to the Ohio Moonshine community.
You wrote it for
Sean
people
Rigsby,
like Sean, Ian.
Let's be honest.
Vince,
like, if
Pritchard.
outside of, listen, I'm going to be honest. I love I learned about the Ohio Moonshine community after we met Ohio Big Easy, Ohio Sean Rigsby, Ohio John Bentz. Those are the 3 key guys.
Hey, one more. Listen, I hate to interrupt you, but we got one more brother that we keep skipping over.
Chris
Tucker
Lewis.
Thompson. Tucker fucking Thompson, man.
And the only reason, you know what? That's a good point. And I'm glad you because I haven't, when we stopped going to Tucker Reds because we stopped seeing him over there.
Yep.
And to be completely candid with you, I'm ashamed that I forgot to say him.
No.
I am though, because he was a huge part. But even before him, it was Big Easy and Sean Rigsby.
Yep.
And then, you know, I think I met Tucker before I even met John Bentz, to be honest.
I think you did.
We met Tucker early on.
When we would go in there, Crystal would pick up my babies, man, and take Ryan in the back and let him stir some shit. And like, dude, that's what I wrote, a love letter. That's what it was. You know, Jason jokingly said, I say it on the podcast all the time. He said, "You're no Chris Stapleton." What, me? Super offended. Like, I'm like, no, I'm not, bro. But like, I put a lot of I wanted to say, I could have told him then and there, dude, that kind of offended me. Why the fuck would you say that? He's like, dude, I'm joking.
But I don't do that. I didn't, and I hope you know this, even to this day, when that came out of my mouth, I wasn't busting balls by any means. I just, in my eyes, and I was just letting you know that song was written very well. Like that, when I heard you sing that song, every word I felt and understood where those lyrics came from. But just to me, I felt like, man, that song should have been sung by somebody like Chris Stapleton. Like it just, I don't mean to sound this in a bad way, but your voice did not do the lyrics to that song justice that it needed. Like that's a powerful song, man. And
I wouldn't put it that way. I would put it. I feel like it needs to be put on the grand stage.
I think it would be awesome if somebody big would pick that song up and
like that
do
song should be. That song should be on a top chart somewhere.
Yeah, Cody Jinks, somebody like that, pick that up, tear it up, man.
No, I do believe Sturge was the right one to do it because you could hear the passion for it.
Yes, absolutely. But it's just like every good songwriter, though. There are certain people that are built to sing a certain song. It just, unfortunately, that's how it is in certain songs. And Sturge sang it very well. But I'm telling you, that would be so badass if somebody big picked that up on Spotify, Apple Music, somewhere, and was like, damn, I hear that song. I think I could do it. You know what I mean? And then throw it out there and know that Sturge wrote that song. And that could be a whole start of a career for him.
I appreciate that.
I feel like nobody else could sing that song as well as you do because you wrote
The
it.
passion.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Can I get
It's
one
a
of those?
damn
Rose?
good song. It really is.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I also like your new shirt you got. I saw it. Is that a new shirt?
I've had this. It's the only one that doesn't have stains on it, man. I've torn that other one up.
Yeah, you said you used it to clean up,
No,
spots.
that was the sweatshirt because it was sitting next to me. It's getting clean now. It's been in the pile for a while. I got a pile of sweatshirts. It's getting washed right now.
Well, it looks good on you, man. I'm glad to, someone might be like, yeah, what's American whiskey? Hopefully you'd be like, what are you sipping on? Is that spiced apple?
No, that's Nurse.
Oh, Nurse.
I opened a bottle the other day and forgot it was open, so I got one of them rubber toppers in it. I didn't want to sit too long. So.
I don't like the way wine tastes after you open it, bro. I don't like the way it tastes after a while.
That's why we just kill the bottles.
I've got these little rubber seal toppers. At least it seals it a little bit. But yeah, I agree. If you don't have something that can seal it up good, wine can taste a little funky after a while.
Yeah. So I think is Michaela going to be getting on here?
Yes, she is.
Jason, I appreciate you hopping on, dude. Actually, to be honest with you, that means a lot, bro. I love you.
Love you guys a lot, man. I appreciate the invite.
We talked about this the other night, man. Like, you're more than welcome to come over anytime. I hope you know that I love you, man.
I love you too, man. We'll have to schedule when one of the nights when you're not doing another interview, we'll have to do a little shit show style, old school.
We'll do a shit show. We do more shit shows than interviews. You know how it is.
Right on. Yeah, you guys have put down some good interviews, though. I have to give it up, man. You guys have been going solid with the interviews. You've been bringing some good ones.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Just wait till next week.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. But something that's cool to see you. I just want to say it's cool to see you guys over there doing your thing, but we're a team at the end of the day. So,
yes,
I may be Chris Stapleton, bro, but I appreciate you. I love you, man. Have a good night.
I appreciate you having me on, man. It means a lot.
Of course.
Love you, Jason.
Love you guys. Peace out. Thanks.
All right. So, hell yeah. I got to go to the bathroom. Is
Go ahead.
Michaela hopping on?
I will message her right now. I'm pretty sure she is. So, Levi, I know you've been here for a little bit now with these songs and everything. What do you think about Sturge in his music progression?
I got to say, being down here for all this time, all these hours we spent, these next ones, I think they're going to be golden. I've heard him sing both these songs probably 100 times in about 10 different ways each. And no matter how he sings it, it sounds great, honestly.
Well, I mean, there's so many times where he's like, no, redo that. We're like, dude, bro, that was gold.
Not even that. He'll get to a spot and he'll just fuck around. And it still sounds good.
I'm confused why we're doing this tonight, but I appreciate it, guys. It does mean a lot.
Well, you see, John wasn't supposed to be stuck at work, and we were going to spring it on you, but John got stuck at work.
Is John able to join, man? I'd like to.
I mean, it'd be awesome if he did.
Should I do one of my songs then?
Yeah, play something new.
Where's my lyrics at, though? Should I do that newbie?
Which one?
The new one that we were doing?
Your lyrics are right here folded up.
I mean, we don't have to. I'm just trying to decide.
I think you should do
What's the
newbie.
next thing we should do?
I think you should do newbie.
I think it's
Yeah.
ready if I sing it like I did earlier, right?
Yeah, out.
So Stapleton, but hey, bub.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I need my pick. Where's that?
Von Davis said, "Let's go do some music." Here you go.
Thank you.
So this is a new song that Sturge wrote. What, the past couple weeks?
Actually, to be fair, it was Levi Denson and I. Yeah, I wrote this one. We wrote it what, Saturday?
Yeah.
So let's see if I remember how to do it. You know, Levi gets so mad because he's like, "Why can't you do it like the last time I did it?" I don't fucking know. Sitting here tonight, sipping on a jar of 100 proof just to clear my mind. Fuck these voices in my head. It's you I find every time. Depression gets to me. But I always try to fight the good life. I do. It's you I need. It's your voice I wanna hear. It's your touch I wanna feel. It's your eyes I wanna see. It's your life I wanna live. So baby, stay. Baby, stay. I'm a half jar in, and I'm swearing, not being lying if I wasn't trying. You're in my bed, and you're still crying, but I'm still here. My heart's still dying. It's you that I need. It's your voice that I hear. It's your touch I wanna feel. It's your eyes I wanna see. It's your life I wanna live in. So baby, stay here. I swear I'm trying. So baby, stay here, I'm trying. So I'm putting my jar down. It's you and me again. We're connected like two threads on one seam. Just like when we were 23. And I swear, baby, it's you that I need. Your voice, I wanna hear your touch, I wanna feel your eyes, I wanna see your life, I wanna live in. So baby, stay here, baby, stay here. Connected like two threads on one seam. Just like when we were 23. 23. So boom.
Dude,
that's the new one.
That's gold.
Yo, I don't know about gold, but it's new. But it is new, boys. It's new. It's new. But while we're at it, we'll do one more. This is weird, should we? We should.
Go for it.
Doug Ketterman, this one's for you. Was that decent? Was that good, guys?
That was good.
Levi, was it like when we were practicing? He's looking at me so disappointed right now.
No.
Ooh.
One glass, one bottle of cheap whiskey. One room, no lights, dark enough for me to hide. What's deep inside? One glass, a bottle of cheap whiskey, a room with no lights, dark enough for me to hide. No drink this pain away. Maybe she won't find what's deep inside. Me, myself, and I. The empty bottles on the shelf, demons on my side, and I don't need no help, no. And I don't need no help, no. And I've always ran to never being caught, but you made me stop. And your gaze in my eyes, asking what is deep inside. But baby, and I don't know what it is. And baby, please don't go. Stay real close with me at nights. I don't trust myself. I really need you with me. One glass, one bottle of cheap whiskey. One room, no lights, dark enough for me to hide. Drink this pain all the way. Maybe she will find what's deep inside. One glass, one bottle of cheap whiskey, one room with no lights, dark enough for me to hide. I'll drink this plain away. Maybe she won't find what's deep inside. check. Go ahead, put it on record. It's there. I know it's all good, so let's not fuck up now. Wes Jones in the house doing what they do. Everybody rocking back and forth like he do. It's all good. I saw Wes was on. Me, myself, and I. Empty bottles on the shelf. Demons on my side, and I don't need no help, no, no, no. I don't need no help, no, no. I'll put this bottle down, stare in your beautiful eyes. Boom.
We miss you
Hey,
too,
we miss you
Wes.
too, Wes. So that boom, there it is, boys. Cool.
Dude, that was phenomenal.
Wasn't phenomenal, but it was there. It was there.
I thought it was phenomenal.
Levi's giving me the eye.
He's giving the eye of like, quit fucking saying it's not great.
I was gonna go into a whole rap with Wes, and then it was like
He started
oh.
laughing.
I did. I had it all in my mind, and then I was like, oh fuck, can't do it.
I was wondering what you were doing when you added that second part
I
at
know.
the end. And I was like
when I was just playing,
Yeah.
I was thinking about Wes, and I was like, I'm gonna make a funny rap. And then I went to go make the funny rap, and then it didn't come out. So
Wes, we got your text this week.
I got Wes's text every day, but I'm a shitty friend. I feel like Wes, and I'm sorry, man. I'm just super busy because I got a new job. I work with Dylan now, and it's just I got to learn how to balance the text life with the work life. You know what I'm saying? Because
It's hard.
when you get off work, you're so tired. Like I texted you today, and I was like, "Dude, I don't want to do the episode today." And you're like, "I don't care, we're doing it." And I was like, "Oh, I just don't want to. It's my house." And he's like, "Well, I'm coming over." And then Levi's like, "Yeah, we're doing an episode. We're there." I was like, "All right, so I guess we're
You
doing
still
it."
have your bush apple.
Vaughn, I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. I do have this. What did we end up naming this song, bro?
Which one? The one you just sang?
Yeah.
I would say
Did we give it? I don't think we named it.
either something
I
like
swear. It's
I swear.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna. This is the next release. Is I Swear. It's written by Big Sturge and Levi Denson. This will be released. My goal is get this released by the end of the month. Then I got another release coming, which I sang that first, right? Or no, the one that we were playing
Loving
earlier before, not on here. That's coming out too. Then we're gonna do an EP. So
you're drinking moonshine.
Moonshine. Gotta get that spell correct. Wes, I'm just kidding, buddy. We are not. I'm not drinking moonshine.
Nope,
right now.
not tonight.
Not tonight, Wes. What moonshine are you drinking, buddy? You want to get on here? You want to say hi? Love to say hi to you, Wes. I feel like you guys could have warned me about the episode idea.
It would have ruined the surprise, bro.
It wasn't. I mean, it was more of like I'm mad at you now.
You'll get over it.
Yeah.
Levi, did I do the song like we were supposed to? This one?
Dude, you know how many hours we spent down here? I've heard it 1,000 different times, 1,000 different ways.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah. What do I tell you every time?
I don't know. You get pissed because I didn't do it like right? Actually,
No.
to be honest, the song that I just wrote, so the what do we call it again? I swear.
I swear, yeah.
That was designed to completely a different way. We played this a whole different way.
Yep.
And Levi was like, dude, it's not it now. It's just not working. And so last night I was laying in bed at like 2 a.m. because I couldn't sleep because I fell asleep at like 6:30. And in my brain, I'm playing my acoustic guitar, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not actually playing it, but in my brain I was.
Yeah.
And so Levi came over, and I was like, grab my guitar, and I played it, and he was super thrilled about it. He's like, oh, that's how we're doing it now. That's it. Because he wanted to, I felt like Levi, to be honest, I felt like he wanted to scratch. Like, I know you're the manager or whatever, but he's also kind of like like he's my music guy. You know what I'm saying? Because he'll sit down and be a little bit more elaborate than you are. You're just going to be like, it's shit or it's not.
Right.
You You know what I'm saying? Levi will go in more depths. Like, you're just not hitting it right. Here's why. And today, dude, I was just like, I sang it and I just felt so cool, bro. Like having you be like, dude, that's the fucking way to do it. So I appreciate it. So when this song gets out, dude, this got both of our names on. I'm super excited about that.
Oh yeah.
Managed by Dylan, who does nothing except break my heart and make me feel good. That's Dylan's job. Sounds like shit.
It is what it is. Someone has to have that role.
Well, you do it well. You wear that role well. You do. Proud of you.
So we should have Michaela hopping on any second.
So
Megan looked at my invite to her.
I just want to let everybody know. You too, obviously. Yeah, so John's not going to get on, I guess. I tried to hit him up again.
Here he is. I got a question for you real quick, Serge.
Yeah.
Which song do you like better?
What is my favorite song that I've written?
No, out of the two that we did. I Swear or Loving You.
I don't have a favorite, actually. Loving You, maybe? What's up, Wes?
That's Cowboy West right there.
Cowboy Wes.
Yeah.
You was at Young Life?
Yep, I did today.
You know where you know where Young Life started? Clark County, Ohio. I know the person that started Young Life.
It gets started on 6. It gets started by 6.
Wesley, that ain't what he was talking about.
Josh.
Oh, it started in Ohio.
It started in Ohio.
It started in Clark County, where we're from. I believe it was Jeff Pinkleton who started that. If it's not, I was misled.
Sounds good.
I'm pretty positive it's where it started. Wes, what's going on? What's new, buddy?
I am so happy for my graduation on May 16th
Graduation is?
at Park Red.
We can barely hear you there, Wes.
Hang on, let me try to change it.
Is he there? Is Wes there? There's his mom.
Hang on, I'm trying to change the audio.
Oh, hi. Oh,
There we go. Now
Oh,
you should
no,
hear him.
that's not where we're at. That's
All right, Wes. The 16th.
loud. Wes?
You went through a rough
I love
spot,
your voice.
Wes. We love you too, buddy.
What? I love y'all so much.
Love you
Go
too, buddy.
American whiskey.
Thanks, man. I like the
I love
cowboy
American
hat.
whiskey better.
Hell yeah.
I was
Thank
totally
you.
off.
You like my outfit? You like my outfit I got?
Yeah, it looks solid, dude. I'm kind of jealous. I don't think that's nice of you, but
You look better than we do.
Thanks.
all we wear is
So you
black
better too,
whiskey.
Dylan.
What is it?
Oh, because my name. You know my name.
Yeah, it's Wes.
You know my name, right?
Oh, yeah. It's pimping. Big pimping.
Ladies man.
Yeah. Yes,
How's
I
the-
am.
Who's down at the bottom?
Oh,
It's Michaela.
Robert, what's up?
Hello.
It's Michaela.
Yeah, it's me.
Wes, this is Michaela.
Hi, Wes.
I'm Michaela.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Michaela's part of the American Whiskey crew now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been pretty fun.
Yeah, it does. Always a great time.
Right, that's true.
Hey, Wes, you got a lot of back noise here. So I'm glad you got on, but if you get home soon, call us back, all right? He's cutting it out. No bad. Did you hear me?
Yeah. All right, come by.
No,
See
but
ya,
don't
y'all
say
be
bye.
safe.
Maybe we'll see you a little bit when you get home.
Oh, I'm not gonna see y'all. So
All right,
All right,
Wes,
love
we
you,
love
buddy.
you.
I love you too. I know I live.
I love that hat. Good hat.
See you, Wes.
Thanks.
That's-
Go buddies. Go American whiskey.
Hell yeah.
We should crop that part of it
Back
and
to
just put it on our
mommy.
Facebook. You know what I'm saying? That's what we should do. We should crop him saying "Go American Whiskey"
At the end of the
Yeah.
intro.
fucking
Put it
awesome.
on
Oh,
there.
that'd be so good.
Michaela, what have you been up
First
to?
off, I thought she
Hi.
divorced us, to be honest, but
No, you haven't been served the paperwork yet.
well, maybe it got lost in the mail.
Maybe.
Maybe I
Uh, yeah. I've been good, busy.
This one got shredded. So
In that very special filing.
oh no, nothing special. Just in $30 shredder we got.
Can they
Walmart
do credit
special.
cards too?
Yeah, first
Hell
off,
yeah.
you know where the credit cards went. They send me the papers, I shred it and still use it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, they'll catch you, but not for a
He's
while.
like, so what's going on Friday? I was like, well, that's up to you to find out because you're still on the podcast. She did it though.
No, Megan, you're fine.
Megan, we love Wes. It doesn't matter. You guys are awesome. So, Michaela,
Yes.
this episode was all about Larkin. Did you see? You saw you saw that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Why couldn't it have been when you were coming? It's 1 week.
It is.
It's 1 week,
know.
dude.
1 week. Ugh.
I
That
told my
would've
wife,
been-
I was like, it's gonna be really awesome because Michaela's coming. She's like, you're so stupid. I was like, no, I'm not. She's going on the 16th, and she's like, right. That's why I'm saying you're stupid. I was like, I'm so confused. She's like, honey, she doesn't come for another week after that. And I was like, oh,
Ooh.
I know. Testing you.
Yeah, I knew
sweetie.
that. Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
That's what she was doing. Shay just told on you. He said you were making new unsolved murders.
You know what? I don't appreciate having my secrets gabbed on the internet where
First
they
off, I
can
think
be
that's
seen.
bullshit myself. So we're trying to make good episodes here, folks. And we do what we have to.
I really dedicate myself to the craft of true crime podcasts and
Now
what
the
is
FBI is
truer
on
than
us.
committing crimes.
FBI is on our
She
tail.
studied enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, my sister has a degree in anthropology with an emphasis in forensics, so
No, we're
she
still
knows how to
waiting
help
for her to
me.
join us, Michaela.
What's that?
We're still waiting for Sis to join us.
I know. She will eventually.
Probably won't. She'll say she will, but
She
cancels.
hates us.
He doesn't like me.
Truly. Well, as long as you figured it out now, that's why. It was just really awkward to try and hide it, but
Well,
since you-
now it's not so awkward. You know what I'm saying? Now it's out and about, and everyone knows that
yeah.
he hates me.
Right.
Yeah, she hates me. So, Michaela, what's going on? Seriously, you good?
Yeah. It's I've been picking up some extra like event shifts. And it's just been like running me fucking ragged. Like
You're
I'm glad I
welcome.
got to join from the other from the hotel room the other week, but last Friday it was oh my god. It's this event called Crafty Wonderland. And it was from like 4:30 to 10:30 p.m. my time. So it'd be like, hey, do you guys want to do it at 1 a.m?
Well, here's the thing I need to know. So you're coming next Friday, correct?
Let me check the calendar.
Yes.
How are you getting here?
I'm flying. Not the one that's coming up, but the following one.
Right. My wife made me clear of that. But
Yeah.
how are you getting to our house?
I was gonna rent a car.
Oh, you're renting a car. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, if
Because I don't think we could all three be in a car and drive and not drink. So that's what my
Right.
biggest thing was.
yeah.
Actually end up doing a like assault from a bar
From
in
yeah,
Cincinnati,
Or
probably.
from a jail cell.
or jail.
yeah, or from
Have
yeah,
Wi-Fi. And you
from
get
the drunk tank.
do they give you tablets in county?
No.
Oh, never mind. We're just not going to do it. So,
Oh well, gotta avoid that then.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm taking a red eye Thursday night, and then coming in Friday morning, renting a car, and then probably gonna grab some lunch in Cincinnati, and then head down.
What day is that? Thursday?
Friday,
Friday.
Friday.
I'll be landing Friday morning.
Perfect.
which works because we'll be at work.
Yeah.
So I
figured.
just need to ask a question. Are we sleeping that night?
I
Debatable.
mean, probably not until the wee hours.
Dylan will be good at that, but I'm not. I'll be over here like
Just snoozing.
it'll be like an 18-hour episode.
Yeah. It's just live streaming us sleeping.
Yeah. Kayla could throw stir. That's not funny. It's literally a worse fear, and you continue to bring it up. By the way, Gordon Shiner Man won the shit on our cameras last time. I can't see who's talking. He was bitching and moaning. So today I about destroyed this camera. Did anybody notice the camera?
I did notice. I actually was gonna message before I hopped on, and I was like, "Oh, bullying does work."
See, Gordon's a bullier, but it worked. So,
But it worked. So
we condone bullying, but sometimes
you just need a little kick in the ass.
I do say we try to shove me in the trunk Friday. See if I fit in the rental.
Yeah. If it's like the rental I got,
it's not a bug, right?
Tennis. I don't know actually, because they're like, you will get a car of this general shape and size.
So what do you feel like it was like buggish?
It's probably gonna be. Oh, actually, so I still have to pick because I was gonna get like a hybrid or. Perfect. They were like, "Do you want an electric vehicle?" And I was like, "I don't know if I'll be able to plug it in anywhere there." So I figured
gas. At my house.
Well, I don't want to run your power up.
Well, the thing is, we're all gas, so
okay, cool.
Even my gas, like weed eaters, gas. Don't judge me, okay? We all have differences. Hey, Mama. Other shoulder.
Oh yeah.
Oh, she's got. Interesting.
I came home to an Amazon package, and I was like, I don't know what that is.
Attitude, by the way.
What is it?
Mama, she's got an attitude today.
Oh, she's sassy.
Yeah, see,
come here, mamas.
She mad at you or us?
She's mad at me.
She's like, are you actually staying here?
Yeah. Are you actually home now?
Late tonight?
Yeah. Oh, you think you could just come home late?
I assume she's still waiting on her American whiskey shirt.
Yep.
I'm gonna get him. I promise.
It's okay.
So Sturge, I have a question for you.
Don't start this shit.
No, I'm not starting that shit today.
That threw me off. Did you hear this whole episode?
No, I wasn't able to.
Well, they like brought it up. They're like, "Oh, man, we're going to talk about Big Sturge and music and all of that," and I was like, not prepared. So,
did you have the chicken at work today?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Garbage.
Really?
I thought it was shit, dude. Because like the actual meat on the outside was like slimy. They didn't make it crispy. If you're gonna like
slimy meat,
listen. If you're really really cocky and you know you can cook, you're gonna keep the skin on the chicken and make it crispy.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was horrible.
Ugh.
I didn't.
Dylan liked it.
My stomach's a little messed up now, but
I
thought it was good.
Brian wants to know if we're hanging this evening.
Well, for a little longer, then we're going to be going to bed.
Oh, sorry about the selfie I just did on our live.
Oh no.
But Michaela, tell us. I mean, everything's good. I mean, Are you divorcing us? We're confused.
No, I'm not divorcing you.
Okay.
I even texted you before Thursday about what we're going to talk about on Friday. That's how prepared I am.
Oh,
and how I'm so not divorcing you. So it's fine. It's fine. We're not fighting. We're not fighting.
Back together, baby. Perfect.
Yeah.
That was actually flawless. So
yeah, we did pretty good.
Can I be honest? The bush apples. It's kind of nice to have one.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask about those. Is it nice? Are they like these?
I dropped $100 on them.
Did you say like these?
How many?
Are you saying like these? You know what?
430 racks.
Oh damn.
Are you saying like these? Like
no, these like decent.
Oh,
are they decent? Are they decent?
Better than decent?
I thought you were doing like a joke.
Oh no, I'm not that funny.
We'll see if I have any left when you're down here.
Okay, I was like, could you just squirrel one away from me? Just one.
Yeah.
I mean, we
How
can
about
get
a
them.
case?
We can get them every day now.
We can sneak a
Oh,
case away for you.
Nobody wants to see me drink 30 Busch Light apples.
I actually think it'd be amazing and funny. And we'll do it live.
Hell yeah.
I mean, as much as I love Bush Apple,
Can the three of us kill a
Oh, yeah,
rack?
yeah,
We
yeah,
could
the
kill
three of us.
a rack on a Friday.
the three of us could.
Guys.
I was going to say one person. I think it'd get too sweet.
No,
Yeah.
let's just say it.
Three of
We'll
us.
just put a
yeah.
glug of whiskey in it then. That's how it stops being super sweet.
30 rack of Bush lattes next. Not this weekend. I was aware of that now. I was like, what do you mean? I said, she's coming over Friday. And she's like, no. She's like, I don't know what's wrong with you. I was like, no, honestly, I don't either, to be
A
real
lack
with you.
of the concept of time, I guess.
The lack of a brain, probably. You know, the fact that I don't use my brain the way that God gave it to me might be part of it.
Fair.
But I try. I'm a trier.
I mean, I can say the same thing.
You know how many times I argue with my 9-year-old? So he's like, hey, Dad, did you know, like, I don't know what it was. Like, Pluto's technically not a planet. It's a star or something like that. I was like,
Dwarf planet.
no, you have to go upstairs and ask Ryan real quick what planet wasn't a star or whatever he told me. And I was like, Ryan, I am 34 fucking years old. I know this. He goes to bed. We say the Lord's Prayer. He goes to bed. I Google it. I'm over here watching Law and Order. I paused it and went straight to fucking bed. I was like, oh my God. This kid was right.
But it was not what we were taught in school.
I think it was. I just didn't listen very well.
No, when we were in school, Pluto was still.
It might have been. I don't know that. It might have been Saturn. I don't know what it was. Dude, he schooled me on alligators one day. He's like, you know, alligators were alive during dinosaurs. I was like, bud, everything was extinct at. He's like, not cockroaches and alligators. And I was like, yeah, they were. And I Google it when he goes to bed. And I'm like, hey, honey, try to give her a good fact. I was like, fun fact for you, sweetheart. Now that the kids are in bed, did you know cockroaches and alligators were alive during dinosaurs? She's like, yeah, Ryan told me earlier. I was like,
I told him.
They weren't. So I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
Yeah.
Whatever. So, but you know something. Well, let's talk about what we're talking about Friday. A little sneak peek.
Oh yeah.
Give us
A little sneak peek. So this is the Hall Mills murders. So it's a unsolved murder. There was this, I think it was in 1920. Fuck yeah, 1922. Hell yes. But an Episcopal priest and this woman he was supposedly having an affair with. I say
Maybe.
supposedly,
Maybe.
but definitely definitely was.
maybe.
Other people do, but
maybe.
maybe. But they were discovered murdered at what was like a lover's lane kind of like parking area in a park. And all of the love letters that they had written to each other were ripped up and thrown all over the bodies.
Nice.
So if you're into gruesome, nasty, disgusting, hateful crimes that are happening and have happened, unsolved, I believe, unsolved, that make you want to never leave your house, tune in Friday for Sip and Solve, because Michaela here has now decided that every one that we do from here on out is going to be unsolved and creepy as hell. So that's not my problem. That's on her, not me.
Yeah, it's
that's
not my fault. Eventually, I'll run out of unsolved murders.
No, you won't,
just
because
like
none
I
of you are
preached before,
unsolved.
so.
Yeah, you live in Oregon. Do you know how many unsolved murders are in Oregon?
No, but that's
No,
actually an
dude.
intriguing thing. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna put that on my list of
I
things.
feel like Colorado and Oregon. You know how much I love true crime. There's is there what I don't remember what Indian reservations in Oregon. I think it's Oregon.
We've got a fair number.
Okay, so there's a lot of is it indigenous women?
Indigenous.
Is it indigenous or indigenous?
Indigenous.
Okay, and sorry, I'm super stupid. That's my son. Indigenous women that have went missing in Oregon that are completely unsolved.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's like so. My buddy,
My thing is it unsolved because they're indigenous, or is it unsolved because it's unsolvable? And what I believe is they just haven't gotten the time and the justice deserved
so
to
it's
solve them.
it's
I
a
know it
little bit
sounds
of
crazy.
it's a little bit of both.
I
My
really don't think
one of
that.
my best friends from the Marine Corps was actually very Native American, like huge bloodline. And every time he was like, "I'm going to go home, go back to the reservation," I was like, "Dude, take me with you." He would just laugh. He'd be like, "No." I was like, "Dude, why not?" He was like, "If you step foot on that reservation, no one would ever find you."
Well, that's but here's the thing, which whatever. But I actually went on. I went to a church growing up, and we went to Oklahoma on the Indian reservation for a what do they call that? Like when you go as a youth group, you go to like
a mission trip.
Mission trip, yeah. And that's when I became like super interested in like the reservation life, because let's be honest, America took a lot from them.
They did.
And we gave them very little in return, right? Here's a little bit of land for you to just, Indian reservation. I don't know how that panned out, but kind of terrible. And so I learned a lot there. So I was super interested. So over the years, I started like researching, listening to podcasts, YouTubing, and there's a lot of women, specifically women, that have gone missing, that have never been found, ever been found. Imagine that. Is it because it was such a good crime that they were never found, or is it because they just didn't do them justice? Like they,
protected land.
Well, not necessarily, man. They don't just stay on fucking their land. They go other places too. Like it might be something. I actually, Michaela, I'm not going to say who, but I have one for you. I'd be super interested on what you've got to say about it. And maybe we can cover it, because this one missing person case leads to like many others. This was like the first one of a possible serial kidnapper, I guess. Because they've not found the bodies, so you can't say murderer, right? Because you haven't found, but the same like motto, or the same, I'm trying to think, like the same thing. It all lined up. It was like this perfect story every time that was super similar.
Okay.
Like a serial kidnapper, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, sorry, Oregon made me think of Indian reservations. I apologize.
Are you gonna message me about it or say it out loud? Okay.
No, I'm gonna have to message you tonight, because I'm linking these together. I mean, I'm not the only one that links them. Like I do a lot of Reddit and all that.
Yeah.
There's like 15 women, 20 women that have disappeared under the same circumstances.
Oh damn.
Within like a small ratio, like a small radius, under the same kind of circumstances. It's interesting because Gordon said they got casinos. They are taking their money back. So the casinos is where this is happening at, which is interesting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
So.
Hi, Krieg.
Yeah. I'm saying. But what are you doing, Michaela? Who are you talking to? That wasn't.
Talking to my cat.
Was it Mama's?
No, it's Krieg, the other one.
Well, it's funny. We never met him.
Yeah, he
Wow.
He only snuggles at nighttime. He will sleep with me on the bed, but otherwise he just like fucks off and does his own thing.
First off, it is nighttime here, so I'm confused. Is the sun still shining there?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Jesus, we're sitting here ready for bed.
I know. I was racing home. I was like, "Fuck this traffic! They're actually still awake. I gotta get there."
Dude, I will look at my phone in the morning. There'll be 38 messages, and Dylan will hang for a while. But then I'll see that he like falls asleep. But I'm definitely the most earliest. Like Dylan on the weekends, I call him the Slayer of Time, bro. Like this dude, I will look on Xbox, and this dude's been up since 6 a.m. I'm like, that's wild, dude. I don't even know. I don't know the last time I passed like midnight. But midnight your time is like 10 o'clock.
No, 9.
9, yeah. So yeah, when it's like
Steven
9
Steven
p.m. and
works.
you guys are like fading, I'm like, I'm fucking.
One time she wrote a whole podcast for a Friday on a one of our messages, and we weren't even messaging back for like 9 hours.
Yeah.
Sleeping. I just woke up and I was taking notes, like, okay, all right.
Yeah, I was like, don't worry, I got you.
Like, did you read something? I'm like, no, other than what you sent last night.
Well, there was one night, it was a Friday night. She was playing a game I wanted to see, so she was streaming it, and I was sitting there watching it, talking to her. I don't even remember what happened. I woke up and no one was there. I was like, I fell asleep.
Yep. Yeah. Which was fine because I embarrassingly crashed my ship into
Now, so
a space station.
What game is this?
I don't
Is this Sea
know.
of Thieves?
But listen.
No, it's Elite Dangerous.
Jesus, he's stupid.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I was
it's,
This is actually a job.
Levi's like, I'm sorry I asked.
Thieves and spaceships mixed together.
Levi.
Yeah.
But still, I remember you wrecking the ship.
Yeah.
And then you said something about getting stuff back, and I was like,
Oh, say it loud. Coors Light, not an apple.
Okay.
He doesn't do sign language well.
And great.
I know. What an idiot. What an absolute idiot.
I actually need to get a beverage too. I'll be right back.
All right, one more beverage and I gotta
One
go.
more beverage. Yeah.
That's odd.
he's asking for your hand
In marriage?
in beerage.
Beerage.
I do. What if marriage was just about the crack of a beer? Jones, I gotta have been married 10 years ago.
14,000 different
married
times.
14,000 times.
Hey, let's ask some serious questions. Wow, that was a terrible sentence. How many beers do you think you've cracked in your lifetime? If you had to, like, let's talk about it. Like, from the time you cracked a beer till now, how many beers do you?
If every
I think I sound like a frog just now.
if every beer took a half second off my life, I would have been dead 10 years ago.
No, I'm asking for a number. Honestly, let's think about it. Let's like, how many beers have you cracked the top of in your lifetime? I'm gonna try to do my math. Let's just.
I can't even begin.
All right, so let's see, since I've been okay. So let's just say, all right, I'm trying to.
You
Dilly,
can't even begin.
Guess a
can't-
number.
First
Guess a
up-
number. Guess Sturgis number.
All right, so listen, Michaela.
Ish.
Hold on, let her put her cat ears on. The cat ears are coming on. I'm asking a question. I think it's a solid question to end the night on.
Mm-hmm.
How many beers do you think you've cracked in your lifetime? So I'm trying to do my math. Real quick. Give me a second.
How many girls has Carly
How many-
slept with?
How many? Not as many beers as I've cracked. How many weeks are in a year? 52.
Yeah.
So if let's just say I started drinking like regularly when I was younger. So like 23 years old. Okay. How many weeks? 52.
Yeah.
52 times. Let's just say.
Mhm.
Okay, let's do it here. All right. How many years between 23 and 34? That's
11.
11 years. All right. I got my number.
That's straight bullshit.
Time out. Give me a chance. You saw that number. I'm going to give you a number, but I want to hear your number. So the time of your life, because I didn't really start drinking. Like, I had drank before.
Yeah.
I didn't really start drinking beer until I was like regularly until I was like 23, 24. I started into IPAs.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going back at, Miller Lights and Busch Lattes, Natural Light, Cobras. I'm not proud of those moments.
I mean, we've all
Sugar
had a
40s.
Steel Reserve night or two.
Oh my God. My dad told me one time we're at a Speedway and he's in a Speedway. He says, you see those? And I was like, what are those? He's like, those are Steel Reserves. You know, you're an alcoholic when you try to drink 2 of those in one night. And I was like, what happens when you try to drink 2? He's like, you'll go to sleep. And I was like, I would never do that. And then when I was old enough to buy it, I went to the gas station and bought 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I woke up the next morning with a half a beer left. My dad, he did newspaper route like to make vacation money one time, and he came out and saw it, and he was like, "You're an alcoholic," and I was like, I just tried it, Dad. So
It's just really cheap.
and honestly, 2 of them will keep you solid for a night. So
Mickey's was my malt liquor of choice for a while.
Mickey's aren't bad though.
No, they're not. It's you
That's
could
what
pick
it makes
worse. You
Little
could pick
Kings, you know what Little Kings are?
worse.
Oh my God, I hate you. Dylan, you're up first. How many beers do you think you've cracked in your lifetime? Are you in?
I could go.
Go ahead.
I think I'm upwards of 2,000 because I've been drinking for 17 years and a lot of beer for a lot of that. And anytime I've drank cheap beer, it's like, I mean, I can crush a 6-pack now and it just hurts more than it used to, but I used to get fucking schmammered. So
Yeah.
I think I'm probably between like 2,000 to like 2,200 beers.
Dylan.
I want to hear your number because I have mine on
All
my
right,
calculator.
So let's say for the last 11 years, I drank 52 times 3. It's 156.
No, you're doing it wrong.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. If you think you drink 3 beers a
No,
day.
listen to me. I'm let me talk.
Okay.
So say you drink 3 beers a day
Mm-hmm.
for 52 weeks. It's 156 beers. Do that for 11 years.
But times 7 because
Okay,
there's
give
7
me-
days in a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know. Give me a second. This is when I got to my brain here. I said, all right, so let's do 11 years. That's 1,716. Then I took 7 times 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Times 52 times 11. That's 12,012 years.
So
I think the math is correct.
it is. So I'm a little above you.
I think I'm way over that. I think I'm way over that though.
I do too. I put 4 beers a day. I started drinking from actually
I honestly started drinking. Like I had drinks in high school, but I didn't really start drinking until I was like mid-20s.
So I did 13 years because I started when I was in the Marine Corps. I did 4 beers a day. I'm just shy of 19,000. And I think that's shorting myself.
I don't think we're proud of this.
Because how many times we sat here and drank 15 beers in a
Oh,
night?
dude, so many. I'm at 12,000. I know I've had more than that.
You had a whole case in 3 hours on our way to Tennessee that one time. Yeah.
Well, for how many hours? But that was like 11 hours.
It was about a 6-hour drive.
Okay, so we're probably north of 20,000.
Yeah. But like I also
So you
spread
take
my drinking out a lot
20,000.
too. So if it was just like liters of alcohol consumed, dog,
That's not
it's
even
like
worth
the Pacific Ocean.
So you take
We're talking beers.
I know.
Listen, don't judge us.
Yeah.
so it's, just say how much we spent at a bar is probably north of $50,000.
More, for sure. So when I leave my house every time, my wife looks at Dylan and I and says, "Don't spend $80."
And we spent $80.
Do you know? Like, listen. First off, we went to a bar here in Springfield that just opened, and I know the bartender.
Yeah.
And we drink. I know I drank 7 beers. Dylan drank probably a little bit south
Probably
of that,
about 5 or 6.
5 or 6. Charged us
for
for 2. So am I going on? Don't even talk about O'Connor's, baby. They take good care of us.
Nice.
But am I going off of receipts or am I actually going off of drinking?
True.
Because receipts do us justice here.
Megan said y'all spent that much in one weekend in Gatlinburg.
Dude,
First off,
Gatlinburg.
we were on vacation.
First off, did I ask how many you drink on vacation?
No.
That doesn't
No, it
count.
doesn't count. It doesn't count.
Michaela, if we ever come to Oregon, that doesn't count.
Surge.
No,
We're
it
probably
definitely
north of
can't
25
count.
grand.
Huh?
We're probably north of 25 grand.
Can
when
we
count
take
vacation.
Can we take Michaela to O'Connor's?
Does she want to walk home?
No, we'll Ian.
Does she
Ian will
want to
bring
be
us
able
back.
to walk out?
Can we take her there just to show her our spot?
Yeah. We'll take
Yeah.
Michaela, are you down?
Yeah.
We got to show her our spot.
Yeah. I got I got a day to fill out on Saturday, so we
You
could go
should-
have a
Wait,
hangover.
come on. Are you leaving Springfield Saturday?
Yeah.
Then we're not going to O'Connor's.
We go Friday.
We'll go Friday.
Right. Oh, okay. What time are you guys off work on Friday?
Yeah, I mean, I've got time. Baby.
Whatever time I want.
Whatever time we need.
Okay.
Honestly.
So I'll be there. Like, I'll fly
Maybe-
into Cincinnati in the morning, so like I can entertain myself until you guys get off work.
You're not gonna. Honestly, we could take it off if we had to. I'd rather not. I'd rather go in there.
No.
Well, if she's
Okay.
getting
Don't worry
lunch
about
in
it.
Cincinnati, I'll
Yeah.
probably leave around like
Too.
I might leave at like 1, take a nap.
I'll leave when you leave. I can do the same thing.
I might leave at 1 to take
Show
a.
me how to leave.
Okay. We can
You
leave
do?
at 1, take a nap, so
I
we
need
can
you
stay
to
on her
show-
time.
I need you to show.
Yeah,
me
because
how to do
I'm
the
gonna.
leave. Sorry, we work together. I'm new.
Yeah.
If we take like a 2-3 hour nap, and then she gets here, we'll be golden.
You think?
Yeah,
It's power
I
nap.
just want you to know you're my favorite friend.
because we talk about taking naps.
Naps are so important. I
And
regret
you can
not.
meet Maya
know who does
because
the-
she'll
you
stay
know-
here that night.
First off, you're going to meet
Hey.
all 4 of my kids, my wife, my mother-in-law is always there, which might be his future roommate. You meet my best brother ever. I mean, you're going to meet so many things.
I'm so excited.
Honestly, my kids are amazing, and my wife, super hot. So please be on your best behavior.
You think we could play dice against Sturge?
No, we're not getting crazy, guys. We're not getting crazy.
Yeah,
Are we going
are.
to bed? I need to know that.
We don't know yet,
No, I need to prepare.
dude. I'm telling you now. Thursday.
Michaela, are we sleeping?
I mean, inevitably, sure, but probably not.
Perfect. There's a chance.
Yeah. So you're saying there's a
I plan on
chance?
going to bed as soon as I get home Thursday.
So should I?
Yeah. We need to get as much sleep as possible that night.
I hate you guys.
I might take
Michaela,
a
I
nap
hate
at
you.
work.
I know.
Don't say that.
I just did.
I can't. I'm fixing shit.
Up in the office.
Oh, I was also thinking Friday, I know it's like normally sip and solve, but because I'm bringing you a whole bunch of alcohol,
We're not doing
I
a
thought we
sip
could
and
just,
solve
like-
on Friday, honey.
Yeah, no, we're
not
just
doing.
sipping.
We're doing shit show.
Shit
yeah,
show
hell
Friday.
yeah, shit show Friday.
Did we not talk? I thought we talked. I know Dylan and I talked about it.
There's
Oh.
no way we're going to be focused for a sip. and
No,
solve.
absolutely not.
Not happening. We're just like, listen. You know how many times our boy and our homies and our girls over at Burned Out Winery came over and we just hit record?
Yeah. Oh, I remember.
Like,
Oh, great, Michaela. I
By the
appreciate it.
time we leave,
Yeah. I got so fucking drunk that night, and I started
I
so
know.
much behind you guys.
Listen.
by the time we
Michaela's like, what do you mean you're getting off? I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm like the fuck.
Michaela, it's 11 o'clock. And
say we're not going to
Yeah,
need
but-
that because by the
No.
time we leave O'Connor's,
no,
we're already gonna be buzzed or
fucking
drunk.
trashed.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
It just happens there.
To be honest, we're getting hammered.
Well, we'll say that we won't, but we're going to.
I always tell
I mean, why you gotta lie? Like,
We always say we're going to go for a beer. The other day, we sat there and drank like 4 pitchers full of beer. Like, you know, it's bad when they sit a pitcher in front of you of a shit beer and give
Mhm.
you 2 straws. And Serge and I both had 2 or 3. He might have had 3. I don't even know anymore.
I'm
Like,
pretty
they told us
excited.
to kill this keg, so we were trying.
So you gotta, when the people ask, you gotta do the thing.
Hey, Levi, take over for a second. My dad's calling. He never
Cool.
calls me.
Okay.
What's up?
Oh, live stream O'Connor. Oh, geez. I don't
That'd
know if
be
that's
bad.
legally
That'd be bad.
permissible. Yeah. I was like, it's got to be bad enough to go there and then
What?
come back to do the live stream. Like,
Daddy called. Daddy called. Daddy fucking called. Oh God, Dylan's daddy called. Everybody knows who his daddy is, and I didn't call him. What were we
Look
talking
at-
about,
oh,
guys?
she's on this side. Mama's. Oh, she was just pouting and totally ignoring. Oh,
Listen,
did you
I
hear me
told you she
talking
was
about
busy.
you?
I
I
knew
know.
it when I saw her.
Yeah.
We could live stream from O'Connor's. Actually, we got the OKs to go live there. We can set up there. We got the OKs.
Do we really want to though?
That's
I mean, it's
Absolutely not. I'm just letting you
okay.
know, Michaela. First off,
Okay.
we can. Okay. I'm not
Okay,
saying we
okay.
are, but we
Mhm.
finally got the OKs from them.
Okay.
We're not going through that day, though.
No,
Bad deal.
that would be.
Well, we might. We'll see what happens. I'm thinking it might happen.
He's forgiven me.
We're going to go sober while you come here.
Pull
dude,
the other one, bud.
go grab that skull right there. We've been waiting for her for this. Right there. It's in the far left side of this shelf. Yeah. Let me see that. Just to show her. We've been so excited. Remember this
Yeah.
bottle?
Oh yeah.
There's a quarter of a bottle left for you.
Yes.
And we've decided you have to
Can't
drink the whole
Oh
fingernail
god.
polish.
I knew it. I was like,
You're like-
oh, you're saved just enough to make
No,
me.
you were like, oh, you guys don't know what you're talking about. I know, like, it's
That's
got to
not
be
true.
good.
No.
you
That
did.
is
You
not
did.
what I said. I said I believe it's terrible, and I also want to try it.
Well, that might be what you said, but it's my show. So,
But fair
so you said you loved
thought
it
it was
and
fun.
it'd be amazing. So, no, I'm just kidding. It's our show.
yeah,
That was me being a jackass.
it's okay.
No, I
I
should
still love you.
apologize. I should apologize. Have you ever seen the movie Accountant? Affleck?
I don't think so.
There's an accountant too. I told Dylan, I was like, we should go see Accountant too when you come. And he's like, that's fucking weird. We're not going to see a movie. I was like, well,
I actually might be going to see a movie with my other friend that I'm meeting up with.
what's wrong with that?
Oh,
where?
Ben Affleck.
What? For what?
Because so he retired with the state.
Right. He was a Sarge, right?
Yeah, so he's applied for the commissary spot so he can double dip for the state.
Dude, if I see your dad though,
Meet me up at entry at 8:15.
stop playing games.
I'm not joking.
I got a urinal. I have to replace a urinal.
I'll be there at 8:15.
I have to replace the dirty urinal.
Ew.
I also might have to
Don't
build
need to
a
take-
metal wall in D1. I don't know what the fuck that's all about.
What
but
is it?
I don't know. I'll talk about it
What
later.
did they say?
Like metal wall or something.
Yeah, don't listen.
Don't listen. That's my wife. Everybody can hear my wife.
yeah.
My wife's a fucking angel. All right, I want everybody to know that.
Steph, if you're listening,
What-
do
I
we
have-
need to beat some ass?
Listen to this.
We'll send Levi.
I've been married 11 years, going on 12. Been with her for, not too far. I mean, we got hitched quick. So like, if I've been married 11, we've been together 12.
Mhm.
But I just knew that I didn't want to let her go when I met her because I thought she was amazing. But whatever. Doug would be so disappointed right now. Every time I do that, Doug's like, whatever, dude. We're not. But I'll tell you
In
this.
a room.
If she's dealt with me this long, chasing my dreams like I do. See, she commented, I love her.
Levi.
Did she know we were going to do the whole music thing?
Yes.
Why do you guys do?
Well, to be fair, what was-
Michaela, they fucked me up earlier. They're like, we're going to talk to you about Big Sturge.
to
And I
be
was like,
fair,
no.
you would have lost it even more. What was supposed to happen, which he didn't listen, Ryan was supposed to come down and be like, Dad, can I say something? And he was supposed to introduce you.
Oh,
Uh,
that's cute.
well, that's
He
that's
was so
amazing.
excited to do it, and I think he forgot.
Bro was on Roblox.
Yeah, but what I will tell you, so, Michaela, I don't know if you heard this earlier. So my daughter, this has fucked me up. It's fucked me up since she told me. So she comes home and they have this like big project.
Mhm.
I just get home from work and she's like, Daddy, we had this project. We're supposed to pick like somebody famous from Ohio. And I was like, I'm thinking in my head already. I'm like, dude, there's been people that touched the moon from Ohio.
Mhm.
And she's like naming people I've never fucking heard of. And so I throw a few names out and she's like, but I told my teacher who I wanted and she said I couldn't do it. And I was like, who was it? And she's like, you. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And she's like, well, like, dude, it kind of fucks me up talking about it because it's like,
What a cute moment of
it was. She's like, well, like my music and the podcast. She's like, the
Mhm.
podcast. So she like asked her teacher, you never heard of American and Whiskey?
Oh my
And
god,
she's
that's
like,
so cute.
no, what are you fucking talking about? And she was pissed. She was just like, super
Like, my
offended. Like,
dad's famous enough, okay?
first off, my dad has music on Spotify and on YouTube with his podcast. So like, you're stupid. But
Idiot.
like deep down, I thought
Mhm.
about it for days, and I'm just like, you know something. Whether I thought to myself for the longest time, and that's the question you asked earlier, like what it means the most. Like I've thought about it so many times. I'm like, if I died in my sleep tomorrow, am I proud because I worked so much and didn't see my kids, or am I really proud because I chased every dream that I had? And it's not a lot of dreams. I've not had a lot of dreams, but the ones that I've had, I've chased.
Mhm.
And I don't, and you wonder yourself, like, when do you know you made your dream? When do you know that you're successful? And it's like, all right, we just talked about that little boy in Kentucky that
Mhm.
knew who I was on my song. I didn't know who the fuck he was. He's from another state. He's like, are you Big Sturge? That's what it's about. Like, my daughter wanted to do me as a project. That's fucking stupid.
I was gonna make a joke
That's
about
really
it and name someone, but I didn't because it's someone we really need to cover with true crime.
What?
Ooh,
Donald Harvey,
I'll write that one down. Donald Harvey.
the angel of death.
Was I getting too emotional? Sorry.
No, I was gonna make a joke about he was famous. He started his clinic in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh,
I actually think, was it Ohio State?
No, Cincinnati.
I don't know. Did he go to Ohio State?
I don't remember. We'll have to look that up. But
We'll
the
Google it.
angel of death would be a great.
Because that'd be funny because Dahmer went to Ohio State.
Yep. His first killing was in Ohio that a lot of people don't know about.
What, Dahmer's?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dahmer's was his first killing. Was
But he's
he buried him in the
associated
front
with
yard.
Milwaukee a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I
remember because we covered him.
Chase your dream. Yeah, thank you.
But no, I think Donald Harvey would be very interesting to see people's take on.
If anybody's listening, just chase your fucking dreams. If you don't, it's on you, not anybody else. If you died tomorrow because you were like, I'll work as a manager of this place for the rest of my life. I know you're providing, but like you can still provide and chase for your dreams.
Mm-hmm.
You literally do it.
I do it.
Yeah.
I know. Thank you, Levi. That actually means a lot that you just said that. Like today, I texted Dylan. I was like, I think the podcast is not happening tonight. And he's like, well, we're doing it. And then Levi's like, we're definitely doing it. And I was like, no, I don't think you guys get it. I don't want to do it tonight. Like, well, we're coming over. And I was like, that's, you guys
Okay.
are not.
Well, here we are 2 hours in.
Yeah, and I was gonna say it definitely over the 1 hour, but that's because I showed up. So it always runs long when
What
I
time is it, man?
get my Gabby ass mouth in here.
9:07.
You hoe.
It's time for bed.
This is your fault.
It is.
This isn't on me.
To be fair, it went shorter than I kind of expected to.
Oh, you can leave. I'm not done. Michaela's on.
No, I'm saying
See you, sweetie.
if everyone wasn't busy, John was supposed to get on, Ian was supposed to get on. Sean
Where was he?
supposed to get
Where'd
on.
those guys go? Let me guess. Excuses.
Ian had taco night with his mom and wife.
That's a pretty good one.
Sean had to pick up his kid and do hair appointments, take his kid back.
Oh,
home.
he didn't know about that previously.
No.
All right.
Well, he didn't know about the episode till today.
Oh.
Because I could see.
Would it
those-
be like Jason getting on here and he's like, I'm just saying, like, you know, good written song, but like you couldn't sing it worth a shit?
Yeah, that was kind of shitty.
That was fun. That was nice. That was, honestly, it resonated with me. Like, I was so confused. It actually fucked me up for a minute.
Bence was supposed to be on, but he got stuck at work.
I
So
love
you
this
just had to
stuff.
settle for having me on.
First off, that's not a settle.
First off, yeah, it is. I'm kidding.
Oh.
Just joking. Joke. That was actually seriously that was a joke. No, don't.
Is that her violin?
What is she doing? What was that? Was that a smoker's cough?
No, that's her violin.
No, she coughed afterwards.
I coughed.
You did? You have a smoker's cough?
No.
Sound like it.
I was like, yeah, because Dylan and I have really comparable sounding voices. basically indistinguishable.
First off, I'm a little drunk, so don't be rude to me.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Sorry, we're sorry.
That's fine. You can
I'm
apologize.
sorry. I did just twice
Well, I didn't hear it. So, because I always talk.
because you were talking over me.
What?
Did you bring that bottle out?
Which one? Yeah, to show her she's drinking
Oh,
all
yeah.
night on
Okay.
Friday.
I was like, please don't say you poured that.
No. Ugh.
She gets every part of this bottle.
We did the rest.
I'm just gonna.
Remember when
Oh,
she was like, "You can't be that bad." Do you remember
Oh
that?
my god! No, I did not say that.
You did.
Everything is recorded.
No.
First off,
Well, let's
so
roll
point
back
to
the
you,
fucking
The
tape.
facts are always hot.
I believe that it was bad.
I've never
and I
been
still
more
want-
proud of Levi. The mics are always hot. He just said,
Which episode was that?
"We'll go back. We'll go
Well,
back.
we'll
did
go
delete a
back.
few, so.
We can fucking go back. Oh,
No, we're going back. We're running it back. First, Michaela, we're gonna run it back,
run it back.
and you're gonna be like, "Oh, I didn't say that. That wasn't me.
I would never say something
That
so
was Mama's.
bold-faced and
That was
uninformed.
Mama's."
You blame
Yeah,
Papa.
it was Mama's.
Hey, what are you sipping on? Is that a martini glass?
No, it's just gin. But you can tell that I haven't done dishes because I had to pull out the fancy glassware to just not have to wash a dish.
You love gin,
I do. It's my favorite.
really?
Well, I mean, like
all you
between
like
gin
is
and whiskey are like my two, but I tend to like gin. I'm pretty particular about whiskey. It's really hard for me to find a gin that I don't like.
I'm like, I feel like gin for me has to be really floral.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like a lot of gins smells like rubbing alcohol.
Right.
For sure. Well, or like kind of a pine sol. I don't don't
Like,
tend
I actually like pine sauce, so
yeah. I
You
don't
do?
tend to like really like dry gins, like a London dry. If it's
Oh, I love
just so
those.
astringent that so
Ew, actually. I'm being
really?
serious.
You
Yes.
I don't
Going
believe
to my line. I love a really dry gin. I love dry wine. I love dry gin.
Okay. I will make sure. I mean, I'm bringing some of everything that we make. I'm fucking loading up on mini bottles and bringing a bunch of whiskey too. So
We
it's kinda-
bringing mamas.
Ugh, I wish.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, I can't wait to try that one bottle.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm bringing the
so
beer
she's-
schnapps for sure and an extra one because I figure we're gonna try it, but then also you can just
Didn't you
get
buy a
one
bottle?
when we done. Mhm.
You bought a bottle.
I bought one.
Yeah.
I'm just confused why mama's not coming, but whatever.
She doesn't travel well.
I think she would.
No, she wouldn't.
I'm
When I
saying
had
she probably
to
would.
drive her an hour and a half from where I used to live up to Portland, she was just yelling the whole fucking time and panicking. I even gave her gabapentin. Like I drugged her the
She
fuck
is
up,
too.
and
Actually,
she
the one
just
cat chased her just now. I think your one cat just tried to smack her on the ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes,
dude.
they do that. Preeti gets her son, so they get into a fucking tussle every now and again.
All right, guys. So, and ladies, we're gonna call it a night. I literally couldn't believe that we're 2 hours and 3 minutes in this. That's crazy on a Tuesday, but
Yep.
you know what we do.
We do what we do.
You know how we do. So, popcorn sitting in the background.
Oh yeah, a friend of mine got that for me for my birthday a while ago.
I love it.
Yeah,
I
me
love
too.
that.
I finally was like, I fucking need to hang up my shit. So,
I love that shit, dude. That's totally popcorn right there.
and it's super like bright teal too, like that way. It's so cool.
John
It's, like,
Bentz.
really pop-
He just got to his second job.
John Benson.
Oh, his
I
second
know, I
job.
just-
Oh God.
All right, John. We love you, bud. I'm glad you could tune in for a good
Tell
episode.
you what, I can't wait to go to bed. I stayed up late last night.
So did I. I went to bed at 6:30.
I did not.
I literally went to bed at 6:30 at night. And I woke up like 2 a.m, like writing guitar music in my brain. It was
You could
really
text
stupid.
me and I'd be like, dude, I'm just now laying down.
All right. Listen here, hoes. I'm going to bed.
Same.
All right.
No,
Night,
I
night,
wasn't
fellas.
accused. I was calling him a hoe.
No, I know. I understand.
You said
I was
that?
just
You got
responding.
offended.
You
I
talked
said
to me too.
hoes, but I was
Okay.
talking to those
Not
fellas.
really just one.
Yeah, 2 technically because I don't like Levi, but I like you. Yeah. So as always, Big Sturge.
Justice League.
I'm Michaela.
And I'm the producer.
And he's a fucking idiot. And we are
America.
American
American
Whiskey. Toodles.